So we're now less than 2 days away from SoFi's earnings, and we have to break down everything that you need to know in this video about the company regarding earnings, their estimates for EPS, revenue. Of course, we'll break down the charts here, and I want to go over the futures market, which just opened about an hour ago, or at least an hour prior to me making this video. And by the way, the futures market is red right now, so we're going to cover that, everything you need to know about SoFi. So hit the like button, do not forget to subscribe, and of course join the free email stock newsletter. I send out my top stocks for free weekly. That is linked down below. So right off the bat, I think we covered this a little bit last week, but SoFi's been on an absolute tear. You guys know that. There's no need to go too deep into it, quite too deep into it in this video, because you know already. I mean, everybody knows. We're up from $10.50, I think, on Monday, and we closed the week at pretty much $13. So we went up 21% last week, roughly, give or take a little. And from the lows earlier in April, we're up from $8 to about $13. Think about that, 60%. So we're already up 60% heading into earnings on Tuesday morning. And on this 4-hour chart, we're actually starting to break out. You're noticing that. We're above these moving averages for the first time since mid-February. And now we're going for the highs, it looks like, from the end of March, which if that level breaks and we start going 1380 plus, 14 plus, that would be the real breakout spot on SoFi. I mean, yes, we're starting to break out slowly right now, but man, if we take out these highs, momentum could really build up. And look on the charts where we could be going. I mean, high 14s, right? A big spot here is about $16.50 to $17. Obviously, we have $18.50. That was the high back in January. So that's where we could be getting ready to go. So that is pretty much on the charts what to watch out for. And we're coming off of a 4.6% green day on Friday. And by the way, stocks in general did very well Friday, but now the futures market is down. S&P futures are currently down 0.3%, so we're down a little bit on the S&P right now. Let's see, the NASDAQ futures, they're a little worse. NASDAQ futures down about 0.4%, 0.36 to be exact. Not terrible, but we are giving back some of the gains from Friday right now. We have the Russell down the most. Russell futures down a good 0.6% right now. So that the Russell went up, I forget how much it went up on Friday, but let's just say it's giving back a lot of the gains. I mean, it's not the end of the world, obviously, and this could easily go green tomorrow for all we know. But right now it's down 0.6, and let's see, which one am I missing? The Dow? I guess the Dow, about 0.25%. And it all comes down to earnings. The reason why we're seeing some anxiety in the market, in the futures market right now, is because earnings are coming up this week for the biggest companies in the world. We're getting a jobs report, right? There's a lot on the calendar this week. We have Microsoft, Meta, Apple, Amazon, a bunch of other companies, which I covered in my previous video from earlier today. We made a 28-minute video. Make sure you guys go check it out after this one, of course, but it's jam-packed. Big week coming up. So we're seeing some selling over, Sunday night right now, heading into the market tomorrow, heading to open tomorrow. But it's not the end of the world, obviously. Just a little bit of anxiety as the biggest companies in the world are about to report earnings. And I mean, look, the S&P, if we're looking at SPY, is looking pretty dang good in my opinion. We're getting there. We're starting to break out. Same with QQQ, but it all comes down to these earnings. And speaking of earnings, I know we're going back and forth right now, but let's talk a little bit more about SoFi's earnings coming up, which Again, they're Tuesday morning, so let me pull up this page right here. Bear with me, guys. So we can see right here. And by the way, analysts have SoFi. The average price target is $13.28. That's a 12-month price target. The high is $20 based on these analysts. I think it's on Yahoo Finance, and the low is $5. Think about that. Low on Wall Street is $5, and currently we're at $12.88. And based on recommendations, 20 analysts are covering them now in April. We have a couple strong buys. It looks like 2 strong buys, 4 buys, 9 holds, 3 underperforms, and about 2 sell ratings. So kind of a mixed bag there, but mostly hold and buy ratings. A couple underperforms, not too many there. And coming down here, we can see SoFi is growing. Maybe not so much EPS-wise. It looks like analysts have them doing on average 3 cents versus 3 cents from last year. Yeah, so pretty flat there. But revenue-wise, average is, let's see, 738.9 versus 580 from last year. That's pretty good growth there for SoFi. 27% growth projected year over year. Very solid. And let's see, the next quarter is going to be even better. I mean, wow, that's really good. Looks like $791 million for the next quarter is the average estimate. And last year they did 596 in that quarter. That's growth of 32% year over year. Again, that's for the next quarter, not for this one, but we're looking at a little bit here, and that is good news. Good news. And if they surpass that, obviously, that's where we get a situation where the stock starts to really move. And we covered the levels earlier in this video. Hey, if they crush earnings, if guidance is good, man, we could start moving. So you guys know at this point, SoFi is a holding of mine. I started buying it about a year. It was in December of 2023, I believe. So I started buying it then. Bought a lot in the $5, $6, $7 range. And now we're pushing, again, $13. I bought most recently at $9.50. That was during this time period earlier in April when we got hit all the way to 830. So I didn't get any shares in the low 8s. I probably should have in hindsight. But I got them at $9.50, which is good. I'll take that. And yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the position. I was going to sell covered calls. We covered this in my last SoFi video, I believe. I was going to sell covered calls on them. I think on Thursday or Friday, and I didn't do it, and I'm glad I didn't because we rocketed on Friday. I was going to sell the $13.50 calls, collect some premium, but man, it's not worth it considering the upside that we could get, and with earnings coming up, hey, it could go up even more. And we're already moving up here. If I sold those $13 calls on Thursday, I would have been toast pretty much, because now it's at $12.90 as of Friday, so it's already pretty much there. And then I would miss out on all the upside past $13 because I have to give up my shares at that point. That's how it pretty much works in a nutshell, right? So, yeah, man, I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm going to set some alerts. I'll put one at $13.70. That was the spot from, let's see, back in the end of March. That's kind of where we got hit, so that should be a big resistance coming up. If that breaks, we're probably pushing 14 plus. I don't know. What do you guys think? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow along for more content. Join the free email list. That's linked down below. It's a free stock newsletter. I send out my top stocks weekly. And check out the Patreon if you guys are interested in that. A lot more value there. All of that's down below. And with that being said, let me grab this empty little poppy I have. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.